Have you ever lost something you thought you couldn't live without? A job, a relationship, a dream you held close to your heart. In that moment of loss, it feels like the world has ended. But here's a truth many of us forget. Sometimes the universe doesn't take things away from us. It clears the path for something far greater. We hold on so tightly to what feels safe and familiar that we never realize it might be keeping us from discovering what we truly deserve. In those moments, it's easy to believe that everything is over. But life has a quiet way of reminding us of something powerful. Life always finds a way. It adapts, heals, and slowly moves us forward, even when we feel stuck in chaos, confusion, or heartbreak. In those moments, it's easy to believe we've been left alone. But God has a better plan for you, even when you can't see it yet. Today's story is about a little sparrow who found what she believed was the perfect home, safe, secure, and permanent. But life had other plans. When everything she built came crashing down, she thought her life was over. Yet, what awaited her on the other side of that pain was beyond anything she could have imagined. So watch this story till the very end, because if you've ever felt broken by loss or wondered why life keeps taking things from you, this might be the answer you've been searching for. Once upon a time, deep within a quiet village, there stood an ancient temple. The temple was very old, and one of its large bronze bells had not been rung for many years. It hung silently in its tower, covered with dust and cobwebs, forgotten by everyone. One day, a small sparrow was flying through the village in search of a safe place to build her nest. She had been searching for many days. The trees near the river were too crowded with other birds. The rooftops of houses were too dangerous because of cats. And the open fields offered no shelter from the rain and wind. Tired and worried, the sparrow flew near the old temple. As she circled above it, she noticed the large bell hanging in the tower. She flew closer and discovered that the inside of the bell was hollow, dry, and perfectly sheltered from the world outside. "This is perfect," she chirped with joy. "No rain can touch me here. No cat can reach me. No hawk can see me. I have found the safest home in the whole world." And so the sparrow began to build her nest inside the old temple bell. Day after day, she gathered twigs, dry leaves, soft feathers, and bits of cotton. Slowly, her little nest took shape, warm, cozy, and secure. As the weeks passed, the sparrow grew very attached to her home. She would wake up each morning feeling grateful and safe. "I am so lucky," she would say to herself. "I never have to worry again. This bell will protect me forever." But life, as it often does, had other plans. One morning, a group of monks came to the temple. They had decided to restore the old building and bring it back to life. As part of the restoration, they wanted to ring the ancient bell once again. The sparrow was inside her nest when she heard footsteps climbing up the tower. Before she could understand what was happening, a monk grabbed the rope attached to the bell and pulled it with all his strength. The bell swung violently. A deafening sound filled the air. The sparrow was thrown out of her nest, her tiny body tumbling through the sky. When she finally regained her balance and looked back, her heart broke into 1,000 pieces. Her beautiful nest, The home she had built with so much love and care was completely destroyed. The twigs were scattered, the feathers were blown away. Everything she had worked so hard for was gone in an instant. The sparrow flew to a nearby branch and wept bitterly. "Why?" she cried. "Why has life been so cruel to me? I did nothing wrong. I only wanted a safe place to live. And now I have lost everything." For many days, the sparrow wandered aimlessly. She did not eat, she did not sing. She had lost all hope. Her heart was heavy with sorrow, and her wings felt tired and weak. One evening, as the sun was setting, the sparrow sat on a dry branch, ready to give up. But something deep inside her whispered, "Keep going, just a little more. Do not stop now." With her last bit of strength, the sparrow flew forward. She crossed the village, flew over the hills, and entered a dense forest she had never explored before. And then she saw it. Hidden deep within the forest was a beautiful glade. A gentle stream flowed through it, its water crystal clear. Berry bushes grew along the banks, heavy with ripe fruit. Tall trees with strong branches stood all around, offering perfect spots for nesting. Soft sunlight filtered through the leaves, making the whole place glow like a dream. The sparrow could not believe her eyes. "Is this real?" she whispered. She flew down and drank from the stream. She ate the sweet berries. She rested on a soft branch. And for the first time in many days, she felt peace in her heart. Over the following weeks, the sparrow built a new nest, stronger, bigger, and more beautiful than before. She made friends with other birds who lived in the glade. She sang every morning as the sun rose. And she realized that she had never been happier in her entire life. One day, as the sparrow sat in her new nest, watching her eggs with love, a wise old owl flew down and perched beside her. "You seem very happy," the owl said gently, "but I heard that you once lost everything. How did you find peace again?" The sparrow smiled and replied, "For a long time, I cursed the temple bell that destroyed my home. I thought it had ruined my life. But now, I understand the truth." She looked around at the beautiful glade and said, "That bell did not destroy me. It set me free. If it had never rung, I would have spent my whole life inside that dark, dusty hollow, never knowing that this paradise was waiting for me. The same sound that broke my old nest also pushed me toward my new life." The owl nodded wisely and said, "You have learned a great truth, little one. Sometimes what feels like destruction is actually redirection." If we look at our own lives, we will find that we often hold on tightly to things. Our jobs, our relationships, our plans, our comforts. And when life takes them away, we feel broken and lost. We cry, we blame, and we lose hope. But what if the things we lose are not being taken from us? What if they are being cleared away to make room for something better? The truth is, sometimes our greatest blessings come disguised as our worst losses. The door that closes may be pushing us toward a door we never knew existed. The pain we feel today may be preparing us for the joy of tomorrow. So when life shakes your world and everything falls apart, do not give up. Keep moving forward, keep believing, keep building. Because just like the sparrow, your next chapter might be the most beautiful one yet. This beautiful story carries a profound truth that we all need to hear. What feels like destruction is often redirection in disguise. In other words, life always finds a way. Life keeps flowing and reorganizing itself, even when everything seems stuck, shattered, or beyond repair. What is meant to be in your journey, certain people, opportunities, and lessons, has a mysterious way of eventually crossing your path in some form, often at a time you least expect. Over time, growth and resilience slowly pull you toward a new normal, a new version of yourself that exists on the other side of disruption. And behind this quiet movement, there is a gentle assurance. God has a better plan for you, even when your current plans fall apart. Think about it. The sparrow had settled into that temple bell, believing she had found her forever home. She stopped searching. She stopped exploring. She became comfortable in a dark, dusty hollow, never realizing that something infinitely better was waiting for her just beyond the hills. Life was quietly arranging a new chapter for her, even while she believed everything had been ruined. What felt like abandonment was actually guidance. What felt like loss was the first step toward a better design she couldn't yet see. How often do we do the same? We cling to jobs that drain our spirit because they feel secure. We stay in situations that no longer serve us because change feels terrifying. We build our nests in temple bells, places that seem safe but actually limit our growth. And when those nests are shaken, we assume life is against us, when in reality, life is often pushing us toward a wider sky. Here's what we must remember. When life forces us out of our comfort zones, it's not punishing us. It's pushing us towards something greater. That job you lost might lead you to your true calling. That relationship that ended might be making room for the love you actually deserve. That dream that shattered might be redirecting you toward a bigger, better dream you hadn't yet imagined. Even when we cannot understand the timing or the route, God never abandons the story He has started in us, and He continues to weave a path we'll only recognize in hindsight. The sparrow's greatest strength wasn't in building her first nest. It was in finding the courage to build again after losing everything. And notice this, she didn't find the glade while sitting on that branch feeling sorry for herself. She found it only when she decided to keep flying, even with tired wings and a broken heart. That is how life finds a way, through our small, stubborn steps forward, even when we cannot yet see the destination. So if you're going through a difficult time right now, remember these 3 things. First, grief is natural. Allow yourself to feel the pain, but don't let it become your permanent home. Second, keep moving forward. Your beautiful glade exists, but you'll never find it if you stop searching. And third, trust the process. What's being taken away is making space for what's meant to stay. Life always finds a way, and the one who began a good work in you has not walked away. God never abandons, even when the path feels dark and uncertain. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced a loss that later turned out to be a blessing in disguise? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. If you believe this story should reach more people who are going through difficult times, Please like and share this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next inspiring story. I'll be back again with another story like this. Until then, be patient, trust the journey, and remember, a bend in the road is not the end of the road. Unless you fail to make the turn.